I've always wondered, how does someone copy being in a new environment, adapting different values, different cultures in order for them to fit in the new society? Join me as I learn how people adapt, how people cope up in a different society, as I'm on a journey to interview different foreigners in South Korea, a different society for most foreigners, people coming from all over around the world, from Africa to Asia itself. Different skin colors, different cultures, different values. I hope you learned something just the way I. So help me to welcome Ronnie. Ronnie, welcome, and thank you so much for making it up today.
Thank you.
Okay, if you would mind, can you introduce yourself? Just a brief introduction to make the audience know who you are.
My name is Ronnie, Ronald. I'm from Kenya. Lived here for the past 4 years now. And I'm still pursuing my career here at Kingston University. I'm about to graduate soon. So, yeah, that's pretty.
Okay, Ronnie. Many people they don't really know how to go about in a foreign land and all that. 5 years ago, did you see yourself where you are right now?
Actually, I did not, but I had dreams. You know? I knew I had to do something. I had to achieve. I had to be somewhere. Especially the fact that I'm living in a foreign country, whereby there's a different language, different culture, different kinds of people. And at first, it was really hard for me to even settle down. But somehow along the way, things got going. And until now, I would say we're somewhere and I'm about to graduate. A lot has happened for the past 4.5 years. Yeah, and I think if you're out there also, facing such kind of problems or challenges, I think it's the high time, just hang in there, just do what you're supposed to do. Yeah, and I think with time, things will fall into place as well.
Wow, that's really a beautiful piece of advice. If you're listening and if you got the same thing as I got, just hang in there and be patient. Take it easy on yourself. Okay, Ronnie, how have you been able to balance your life in Korea? Coming from an African society, how have you been able to adapt into the Korean society?
Well, I would say, first and foremost, I think my personality has helped me a lot. And some of the certain things I believe in have also been very fundamental. I'm an outgoing person. I'm that person who step out into the unknown, try to gather out there and see what new things I can discover, learn, and take advantage of, or maybe utilize opportunities out there. So I don't just stay indoors. I'm the kind of person who step out, see where people meet in the evening after work, try to make new friends, listen to what they talk about, engage them in different ways. And that has helped me a lot in creating ties in avenues and opportunities as well. And I'm a friendly person as well. I make new friends easily. So I think that has been very fundamental to help me get where I am right now.
Wow, so engaging with people, different
Yes.
people. Don't be scared to make new friends.
You're right.
Yeah, just go out there, try to engage.
Yes.
But
All races, Koreans, foreigners, just interact. Yeah.
the way you say it, it sounds so easy. How easy is this? Going out there, just going to start a conversation, just going to engage with someone maybe from America, from USA, someone from Japan.
Yeah.
You know, it's quite amazing how you can meet different cultures when you're in Korea. But how easy is this? How should someone like just handle the way of going out and just meeting anyone out there?
Well, there are quite a number of social entities out there where you can socialize. We have, like for example, in Korea, we have English learning or English speaking gatherings. You can join one of them over there. Probably if you like drinking or if you enjoy a beer after a long day, you can hang out in a bar close to your neighborhood or something close to that, which is it gives you the opportunity, to meet lots of people out there. Because everyone is out there, try to hang out. Most of the Koreans, I would say, and foreigners, after a long day, they like to enjoy a meal out there, enjoy a cold beer. So I think that's one of the many places you can socialize and get to meet new friends as well. Now, of course, you don't have to drink, but you can enjoy whatever you enjoy drinking. So that's one of the places I'll mention, considering the fact that Korea drinking is one of the one of the most common ways to socialize in Korea. Yeah.
Okay, that's really good. Thank you for that. By the way, would you mind helping someone who is in Kenya to understand how you were able to get here?
Yeah.
Just a brief, how easy was that?
Well, it wasn't that easy.
Yeah, the journey is not easy, guys.
Yeah, because I spent a lot of money. That's number one. So you have to be financially ready and capable as well. So it wasn't that easy. So I applied for my school online. And then I had to fly all the way to Korea. At first, I came as a tourist. I came on a tourist visa. So I came to look for a university I could pursue my studies. So I came over. It was 3 months. So I was looking around, and I came to Kyungsung University, did my registration, and I was accepted. But then I had to change my visa to student's visa, which is D2. Back in the days, you could not change it instantly, so I had to move out of the country and come back. I had to go back home and come back, which was really expensive. But initially, I did it, and that's how I joined. And from there on,
Till now. That's really good. Do you think it was a good choice moving to Korea, South Korea?
Yes, it was. Absolutely. Because I have learned a lot. I now have a career. I have met many interesting people. I have grown my hobby into something special, I would say. A hobby is something we love to do, after a long day or away from our normal, things. But yeah, I think Korea has given me an opportunity to pursue along that line, and I would say right now I'm somewhere, and I thank God. Yeah.
That's really nice. So you hear what Mr. Ronnie is saying. You just have to hang on in there. You could meet a diamond in the grass. Along the way, you could meet something special in there. Okay, I've been able to hang on till this moment. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share if you have been able to learn something from Ronnie's story. Okay, we move on to something special, the love life. How easy, if I can say, or how well is it to get a relationship in a foreign land?
Well, I would say it's not easy. Yeah. Yeah, the fact that we all come from different cultures, some of the things we uphold, you know, I'll find a nice word to use. I don't want to say it's meaningless to others, but yeah, some of the things we uphold might not mean a lot to the other person, and vice versa, which you cannot blame any one of you guys, but it's really hard. And but if you guys have a common goal, you guys, you love that person, you have a lot in common, you agree more than you disagree. I think those are the right steps to actually take. But all in all, I would say dating in a foreign country, it's not a bed of roses, though it's fun. It's really exciting. You get to do a lot of interesting things together. You get to learn a lot about your partner, but there are a couple of setbacks along the way, which require a lot of resilience and also agreeing and talking with your partner, Yeah, so yeah, that's it.
Wow, that's a different perspective of what I was thinking. But then this is really nice to hear something from someone who has been here like for a really long time. Then can you take people over what you do? How have you been able to build up your life in Korea in the perspective of your hobby, as you said? I don't want to spoil for people, but how did you build up yourself to be the famous Ronnie that everyone knows in Korea?
Something you love or something you really like doing, it's always easy to pursue along that line because nobody forces you to do it. Or, you wake up every day with a purpose, and you're always engaged along that line. So I'd say I put in a lot of work. I met a lot of people. I talked about myself because DJing was my hobby from way back when. I started as a young boy, where we live in our neighborhood. I did some events, a couple of events. Back home, I'm known for music as well. So it wasn't new for me to do it in Korea. So I literally had to engage the right people. I met owners of establishments, entertainment spots and entertainment establishments. I got to showcase my talent. I talked about myself. I showed them what I did, what I'm capable of doing. And they loved my art because DJing and music is an art. So they loved my art. And from there on, yeah, I keep doing what I love. Shout out to Liam Calivan, Basement, yeah, or founder of Basing Creek.
Of everything.
Yeah. So shout out to Liam. Shout out to Afro Entertainment up in Seoul. That's one of the promoters I've been working with along that line. Shout out to Yaman, shout out to Grip. All those guys have really been supportive, and we keep doing events here and there. So, but we've had a lot of setbacks because we had COVID-19, whereby we had to stop all our events and stay indoors and everything. But now we're back up and rolling, and we have a lot of plans going on. And every time we offer new things, we have a lot of upcoming events. But I would say a lot of support has come from those guys I've mentioned. And of course, my fans who always appear in our events. The African community has been very supportive. The Korean community as well. The other foreigners also, they come to our events. So, and I think that's how we've managed to build this. And I would say we wouldn't have achieved this if I was alone. So that's why I keep saying we, because yeah, it's a journey that you can never walk alone. So yeah.
This is really amazing. I love the fact that you recognize others in your success, which always brings us back to the first point that you mentioned, that it's good to connect with the right people. It's good to connect with anyone who is out there. You never know what they hold for you. You never know where your future is held. So you have to go out there, socialize, and the moment you ask for help, it's easy, which is really, really amazing. Wow. But Ronnie, not all things are roses out here, especially in the foreign land. Many people have a what can I say, a different perspective of someone who is living abroad, especially people who are back home, like in Africa. Can you take us back to that moment when you thought enough was enough? Like, I think I'm just going to pack my bags and go back home. But you were able to stand firm to be where you are right now, because you are still here in Korea. How were you able to juggle around the difficult moment?
Well, I stayed strong because there were times where, it was really hard. We, number one, to survive in Korea, you need to be financially, okay, because bills are not too cheap. A lot of financial requirements are facing you every day. At first, without a very clear mind or a very stable situation, I could not find myself. So it was really hard to have peace of mind, I would say. So I stayed strong. I reached out to others who I knew could help. My fellow schoolmates, my fellow countrymates or foreigners out there, and the rest of the people. I would step out there and try to engage them to try to get some opportunities out there. And slowly things fell into place. We got little gigs here and there, which were not very sustaining, but we still held in there. And I think once you keep the fire burning, once you push along one line, you create resilience to think outside the box, because you get to engage with different kind of people along your line where you're working, different people you meet. So slowly you get to grow. So when you grow, then I think that's how you manage to overcome your issues here in Korea. Because basically, all I can say, you can never get there in a day. So it's all about time. It's all about how you spend your time, what you do with the little time you have. Because when you come here, for example, I was a student. I would go to school, I would go to work, the small part-time job I had, which was not very sustaining, but I had to juggle in between the two, which was very hectic. But I thank God we managed to get through.
To make it up. It's really inspiring. Sometimes in Korea, to be honest, life is not easy at all, at all, at all. But hearing from someone who has been able to make it up, someone who is shining in Korea, I think it just gives me the strength to move on, the strength to know that I can also do it. Rounding this up, what advice would you give for foreigners in Korea who are facing like difficulties, who are nearly giving up, like, was this really worth it? Maybe I should just go back home, or people who are just like in their own space? Because sometimes, I don't want to lie, you just get a bit depressed in Korea. But is there any special advice you can give to those people in Korea?
Yes. First and foremost, life moves very fast in Korea. Like 4 to 5 years feels like a day or two. But I would say use your time wisely. Do not engage in activities that are not making your life better. Engage with people who can offer you opportunities. Try to reach out, try to learn about the Korean culture a lot. That's going to help you. Try to learn the language as well, even if it's a little bit. Try to learn, and that will help you out a million times. So yeah, especially most of the foreigners experience the language barrier, which is really hard to break. Especially some of them try a little bit, and when they realize Korean language is not that easy, they tend to give up. But the moment you give up, then you can never learn. But no matter how hard it is, just keep going, especially on the language. I'm insisting on the language. Try to. My friend told me when I first came to Korea, one of my friends told me, at least use 30 minutes of your time every day to learn some Korean. Until today, I still do that. Every day I spend 30 minutes. I read a Korean book, try to improve my reading skills. I try to engage with Koreans, my landlady, we speak. I try to engage friends, out there, and that's how you get better. And with that, I think your life might be a little bit, not might, it's gonna be it's gonna be very easy, when you speak Korean. She's laughing because she knows what I'm talking about.
Korean, guys, I really don't want to lie, it's something else. But as he is saying, if you have been following up this channel, every single person mentions that learn Korean, learn your Korean. It's really, really, really important, because I think from the beginning, is there anything without communication? There's nothing. So as Ronnie continuously mentions, learn your language, guys, learn your language. And do you have any special message for someone who is out there, outside of Korea, who wishes to be in Korea someday, someone who has a dream of being in South Korea someday?
Yeah, I do. Start learning the language now. Watch K-drama, listen to K-pop. By K-pop, I mean Korean pop music and Korean dramas. They're all over the world. They're out there. They're taking the world by storm. So watch Korean dramas. If you can engage in a language school, Korean language school in your country or wherever you are, I think that will be very helpful. So by the time you come here, in a month or two, life will be way much easier for you.
Yeah.
Because some of the opportunities you get, first question they ask you, can you speak Korean? When you go to, for example, anywhere, a hospital, anywhere, there was, can you speak Korean? And but if they realize, when they realize you speak Korean, then you find that everything is very easy. Everything just rolls by. So I think that's very special for somebody who wants to come to Korea.
How prepared should they be in terms of finance, in terms of their mindset? How prepared should they be? To be honest, when I came here, I had a different mindset. What I watched in K-dramas, I thought that's how life is here. How much prepared should someone be if someone is watching you from Africa, from Asia?
One, get ready or be ready to get stared upon. They will stare at you, the old people and the train everywhere. So when somebody looks at you, don't feel uncomfortable. Just move on. That's okay. So at first, it's gonna be a little bit hard for you to manage if you're not well financially stable. So I think being prepared financially upfront will make life much easier for you. Have something to sustain you before you can stabilize here.
Yeah, thank you so much. And I think also I have something to add on there. I
Yes.
remember when I came, you know, the excitement of being in a new environment, the first days, I overspent my money, to be honest, not knowing that the days ahead are really going to be tough ones. So, guys, when you come, yeah, come financially prepared, but don't overspend the first day, overwhelmed with the environment, parties, and all that. Yes, go out, but know the limits, because for sure, days ahead are something else. They are really rough and tough. You really have to be financially stable
And
every time.
Money goes away so fast.
Yes, that's really true. Okay, thank you, Ronnie. It was really nice getting to learn something different. I should cope up in Korea, people who are out there, how they can get this opportunity, what we have to do. I think 3 takeaway points I've learned from this. Number 1, language, guys. Language is very, very important. Don't shy away from this. It's going to be difficult, but you have to do it. Then number 2, engage with people. Also adding on, right people, engage with the rightful people. Without engaging, without social circles, it's really gonna be tough. Then the third thing, I think, yeah, just hang on in there. Yeah, hang on in there. It has not been easy from someone whom you might know if you're watching that he's really doing well, but he mentions it, just hang on in there. Yeah, so I think those are the 3 takeaway points. Till we meet again in the next one. Bye.